During the editing of this video, we realised it was going to be fairly long, but we felt that editing it down any further would lose important content. So we decided to release the video in its full long form and also as individual sections for our viewers that prefer to watch shorter videos. Today's video for the Huracan STO showcases the Huracan STO Walkaround. The full video is available from the link above and is also provided in the description below. We hope you enjoy the video. Today we have this Lamborghini Huracan STO for the day. It's a razor-sharp track-focused weapon, but today it's facing reality. Can a track weapon like the Huracan STO really survive in the real world? Today we're going to find out, and we're bringing you along for the journey. Welcome to the Lamborghini Huracan STO. Driving a Lamborghini Huracan. Today's video is presented in partnership with Hampson Auctions, one of the UK's leading classic, performance and supercar auction houses. Their next sale takes place on the 23rd of November at the magnificent Bolesworth Castle in Cheshire. For your complimentary valuation for sale and entry into one of their auctions, please use the contact details below for a prompt response. So we've now collected the Lamborghini Huracan STO. We've got this for a day. We're going to be travelling around 300 miles in the car. So today is going to be living with a Lamborghini Huracan STO for a day. So we're going to give you a walk around now of the Lamborghini Huracan STO, or to give you its full name, Lamborghini Huracan LP640-2 Super Trofeo Omologato. The Lamborghini Huracan STO was in production from 2021 to 2023, and this is the 2022 Huracan STO. The styling is derived from the Huracan Super Trofeo Evo race series. This particular Huracan STO is resplendent in grigio links with giallo bellinis contrasts. Giallo bellinis in effect being yellow and grigio links being grey. Now this car is actually gloss grey, but it's got matte PPF on it, so you get this separation between the matte and the gloss grey, which actually looks very cool. And of course the giallo bellinis really contrasts against the grey to give it this striking looks. The Huracan STO is very aggressively styled with in effect louvers and scoops all over the design and all over the bodywork of the car. If we start at the front, you've got these air intakes because you've got the oil cooler and the radiator, the water coolers in the front of the car. So all the radiators in the front, so air comes into the front here to cool those radiators. Coming down the side, you've got these louvers here which allow air in to release the pressure on top of the wheel arches, on top of the wheels. Coming down the side of the STO, you've got scoops here that provide air intake into the engine, into this 5.2 litre V10. And you've also got this snorkel which allows the ram effect of air coming over the top of the car down into this 5.2 litre engine to provide again additional air into directly this V10. The rear of the car is dominated by this massive rear wing. Now this rear wing provides 420 kilograms of additional downforce and can be configured in 3 different settings depending on your driving conditions. As you can see here also in the rear grille, we've got the usual cues of hexagons used, which is very common with Lamborghinis in this rear grille section here and this rear grille section here. And also you've got this massive rear diffuser, which is full gloss carbon fiber. Again, we'll go through the options list in a minute, but let's talk a little bit about this engine. And to do that, we're going to lift the engine cover off and show you what it's like to release the engine cover on the STO. To release the engine cover, even though the engine cover is carbon fiber, you really need 2 people, and we're not going to take any chances, so Jacob's going to help me release the engine cover. First of all, you need this special key, and you unlock 2 sections of the engine cover at the top to be able to enable you to actually release the engine cover. Then you push the buttons in each side, and that releases the top section, but it doesn't fully release it. You've got a hidden catch underneath the section that Jacob's now going to lift up. which enables the top to be released. And then one person has to take control of the engine cover and move it to one side. So removing the engine cover has now provided us access to show you this stunning 5.2 litre V10. This V10 pushes out 630 brake horsepower and 417 pound-foot of torque and will rocket the Huracan STO from 0 to 62 in 3 seconds and provide around 193 miles per hour top speed. This is exactly the same engine configuration that is used in the Huracan Technica. They have exactly the same performance ratings, both of those two cars. It's also the same engine that's used in the Performante, but the Performante has 442 pound-foot of torque as opposed to 417. I believe that's because it uses trick configured camshafts to provide that additional torque. The whole Super Trofeo Omologato weighs 1,468 kilograms, which isn't light by any means, which is quite surprising really, because the whole structure has 75% carbon fiber built into it. It's made of carbon fiber and aluminium, the whole chassis and the whole bodywork. And as I say, 75% of it is carbon fiber. So you'd think it would be a lot lighter, but I suspect a lot of this 5.2 litre V10 adds a lot of the weight to the whole overarching 1,468 kilograms of the car. The Huracan STO has 2 storage locations, one area within the front section and one section behind the seats, and that's your lot. It's not very practical really. And to gain access to that front section, you have to undo this front panel, and this whole section opens up as a whole, and it's called the Cofango. To be able to do that, you have to again use the key, because it's got 2 sections, one either side, that you have to unlock. So I'm again adopt my helper here, Jacob, to be able to help me first of all unlock it and then open up this front Cofango section. As we open it up, this is actually very light. This is all carbon fiber. You have a single stay here that you use to locate into the front of this Cofango. And that holds it then fairly rigidly, so then you can gain access. And the access you have is very limited. Literally, you can only get a rucksack within this front storage section, and that's about it. The whole space is pretty much taken up with oil and radiator coolers to be able to cool the water and the oil of the STO. And also air ducts for the actual center section, for the top sections in the Cofango that allow air coming into the car. So we're going to quickly go through the specific options list for this particular car, and these are the additional options. The Huracan STO standard is heavily optioned, but this particular STO is pretty much has every exterior carbon option and every interior carbon option. But just to pick out a few, we've got these louvres in gloss carbon, these front snorkel, these front air intake sections in gloss carbon, the whole front splitter in gloss carbon. And as we move to the back, the whole rear diffuser is in gloss carbon fiber, and the sections of the snorkel are also in carbon fiber. In effect, the fin and the front snorkel section, this is all in gloss carbon fiber, which is all additional option. Moving to the interior of the STO, we've got this very striking bicolor. It's called Sportivo Alcantara. In effect, you've got this giallo yellow and grigio grey contrast within the cabin, extensively in Alcantara with a little bit of leather. You've got the steering wheel in Alcantara with a 12 o'clock marker in yellow, and the side bolster sections on the center console in full leather, as well as certain accents on the center console too. It's a very striking, contrasting interior for sure. Full Alcantara across the dashboard as well in black, which means you don't get reflection into the windscreen, which is very important. And this contrast yellow stitching around the seats and around the dashboard, which really offsets against this black Alcantara. In addition, which was an additional option for this car, you've also got carbon fiber mats as well. So that adds in with the brutality track focus of this car. You've got pretty much carbon fiber everywhere, and notwithstanding, the whole bodywork has 75% carbon fiber in it, as well as an aluminium core chassis. Pretty striking, pretty impressive.